Everybody late, y'all. Okay.
Good evening, good evening,
Everybody.
good evening. Come into the J Spot, replacing your G Spot every Thursday from 6 to 7, giving you real relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best night of your life. Your host, Jaye and Simply E, hold on, get ready to enter the J Spot on IntellectualRadio.com.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. And welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! You have entered the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jaye, and sitting next to me, nobody. Everybody is running late. They're in traffic, so they will be here after our first musical break. But I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for supporting us. Please go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Also follow us on Twitter at J Spot, and also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. Want to thank you so much for your support. Thank you, the J Spot. Thank you, Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay. Thank you, 180 Real Talk Chicago. Thank you, 30 and Up Doing Us with Tyson Smith. Thank you so much, Pit Life and Pit Life Queens, Caprice, Washington. Thank you all so much for your support. Want to send a shout out to all the birthdays that we had going on this month. You all, if you want us to shout your birthday out in our group, Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay, as well as on the Facebook page, the J Spot, please email us at dearjspotradio@gmail.com. That's dearjspotradio@gmail.com. If you have any special occasions, anything that you guys would want us to congratulate and give recognition to on the Facebook group and even on the show, send that to that email. Now, please email us. Don't inbox me, y'all, because I get so much crap in that inbox till it's just like the inbox can be like a little freak motel sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. So I really don't answer inboxes unless I'm like online at that moment and I see your message pop up. And if it doesn't look like it's something suspicious or like your account has been hacked, then I'll open it and I'll read it. But if not, the best way to definitely get messages to us is definitely through the email. Again, that's dearjspotradio@gmail.com. Send us all that information: birthdays, divorce parties, I don't know, baby showers, whatever. You got a side piece birthday, anything that you want to celebrate, send that information to us. You all, thank you again so much for tuning in. Now, we have had a couple of interesting hot topics, you all, going on Facebook. And one of the questions that has been really hot this week, it was a comment that was made. And the comment said that I'm going to paraphrase it. The comment said that the reason why Black women are single is because they don't want a good man. They want somebody that's gonna he said that the dude was a lame or a hustler or something like that. And so what I want to know is, what makes you a good man? What makes a good man? What makes a good woman? If nobody has ever told you that you're a good man or a good woman, being in a certain age bracket, would that raise some type of concerns to you? I mean, is that something that you may want to think about, like, Dad, I'm a good man, I'm a good woman, but if nobody has given you that acknowledgement, then are you really a good man? And just because you're a good man or a good woman, does that necessarily mean that you're the good man or the good woman for that person that you're with? So I kind of want to see what you guys think about that. A good man and a good woman. So this man thought that since I'm assuming he makes a decent amount of money from what his post was saying, He makes a decent amount of money. So it seems like the woman that he was with, she left him or whatever the case may be, they're no longer together, but she is now seeing someone that does not make as much money as he makes. And so he's assuming that he's the better man because he makes more money. So what are your thoughts on that? I mean, does more money mean that the man is a better man because he's making more money? Or does it matter how you treat a person, how he's treating her? Or is it, as I said, strictly about material things? Now, personally, I think it's a combination of both. But here's the thing: you can be a man with a lot of money, and then you can be a flat out butthole. I mean, you can pay the bills on time. Everything is taken care of. There's food on the table. Everything business wise is together. But the way you treat me is unacceptable. So, are you a good man because I'm not hungry? Are you a good man because the lights are on? Are you a good man because of those things? Or is it more to being a good man? And just the same for women. Are you a good woman just because you had his kids or just because you taking care of his kids? That's your responsibility. You're supposed to take care of your kids. You're supposed to take care of your household. So, what makes you a good woman? If you're disrespecting this man in public, or you're not being there for him, or you're belittling him, not being supportive, you're not taking care of him, does that make you a good man or a good woman? I'm going to go to the phone right now. I have a caller on the line. Hey, this is Jay Spot. This is Jay speaking. State your name.
Hi, this is Sharmika. I'm watching you on Facebook.
Hi, Sharmika.
And hi. And regarding the gentleman that's out because he made a certain amount of money, that should equate being a good man. It really depends on people's standards of what they have, of what they're looking for in an individual. And just because you make a certain dollar amount, that does not equal, as you stated, a good person, a good man, because I've in the past met men that had well-established careers, but they were so used to feeling they're the cream of the crop. I had one gentleman tell me, oh, it's not a lot of us out here that's doing well for ourselves. So, you should be thankful to be in my presence. And I was like, really? And I was like shocked. I couldn't believe it. And like I ended the date like quick after that. And I was just like, wow. So he felt entitlement, So it's really sad because we're Black sisters and Black brothers, and we should like uplift one another, and not try to put each other down. And unfortunately, due to society's what's going on, a lot of time it's bashing. A woman feel, oh, I make enough money, I could bash tell him it ain't nothing he could do for me. And instead, like, you are a woman, and you should be a helpmate to a man. Y'all should complement each other. I'm not saying someone should like make your whole life turn around, but you should already be doing well, and they add more happiness to you, and I think, like you stated, it just depends on that person. But I think what equates a good man or good woman, it depends on what that other opposite sex is looking for. Just because you're grown and you pay bills, that don't make you adult a lot of times. That don't mean that you're a mature adult because you got your own crib, you pay bills. You could be immature as heck, But I think it's a great topic, and I love your show, and I watch your Facebook posts all the time.
Well, thank you so much for calling in, and we really appreciate your support. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a blessed evening.
You do the same, hon. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for the call. And that is so true. It's like, a lot of times people, get in a certain financial bracket. And I've seen this, not to be out there, but I've seen this with men that make a certain amount of money feel that, and it's especially if the woman does not make as much money as he is, and she may have a couple of kids. So he would automatically assume that she's looking for him to come in and take care of her and her kids. And that may very well be the case. But here's my thing. When we're dating, we have a choice on who we want to date. if we don't want to date someone with children, guess what? We have the option to not entertain those people that have kids. We shouldn't bash them, but a lot of men in those positions, when they are financially able and they meet a woman in that situation, a lot of times they, especially if he doesn't have any kids and he's bringing everything to the table, then that puts him in the position to look down on her because she's in a state where she needs him. Now he's knowing now the woman herself, she's very attractive to him, but he's not attracted to the package that comes along with her. So opposed to just letting her slide and say, you know what, this not the chick for me because she has a lot of extra things that I'm personally not looking for, he'll get with her, take care of her, but dog her out because she has all these kids or even one kid or whatever it is that he personally does not care for, which he settled for because you chose her, but now he's treating her bad because he's taking care of her, but yet he's belittling her or, just mistreating her and things like that. But he would consider himself a good man because he's feeding her kids, he's feeding her, he's giving her a roof over her head, he's doing all this for her. Yeah, he's doing all that financial stuff, but what about what you're doing for her as a woman? What about what you're doing for her and her kids? What about all those things that money can't buy that makes you really a man? What about those things? And I think a lot of times we forget about those things that make us who we are. So it's like if you lose that money, then what? Then you're going to be just like the next guy. So that would kind of humble you down. So if she did choose someone that was, that didn't have as much money and you feel he looks like a thug, but he may be treating her like the world. He may be treating her like she's a queen, opening doors. He's giving the last little bit that he has to take care of her and her kids. So now if she ups and leaves you for this dude, you automatically think, oh, well, no, she not looking for no good man. She's just looking for somebody to hit her and do all types of stuff. No, you were the one that was hitting her. You were hitting her mentally. You was hitting her self-esteem. But now she found somebody that was able to relate to her, that loved her, that picked her up and that fed her, that encouraged her and gave her the things and the tools that she needed to be a better woman. So here's the thing. Just because you got money, don't mean you're a good man. Just because you're paying bills, don't mean you're a good man. You're supposed to do that. Just because you paying a bill as an adult, once we reach a certain age, that's the things that we're supposed to do. So let's not confuse obligations and things, responsibilities as characteristics for being a good man or a good woman. So I'm going to take a short musical break, you all. And when we can come back, we're going to discuss the next hot topic that was trending on social media this week because it's been crazy. Thankfully, I didn't go to Facebook jail. Yay for me. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Hey, everybody.
No anybody love me, you are the one that lives in me, my dear. I should never feel lonely. You don't ever wanna spend some time. I want your love in every drop of a dime. You see me calling, you should come running. Quit all that stalling, my body's calling. I got downtime. What about out of time? This could be so perfect for one hell of a night. If you got a secret ease, any call in my club. I just wanna slow dance on you, baby. We can turn it up. You had to change, no second chances. This love I have is not for play. Under no circumstances, I'm in need of romancing. Pick up the phone 'cause I get so lonely. Can't let no anybody love me. You are the one that lives in me, my dear. I should never feel lonely. Lately your love has been on my mind. Obviously busy, I wanna unwind. Fantasizing, thinking about you. Imagine all I feel. Anticipating it's about to go down. I get so lonely. Don't leave me waiting up for you. I get so lonely. You had your chance, no second chances. This love I have is not for play. Under no circumstances, I'm in need of romancing. Pick up the phone 'cause I get so I get so
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay, and sitting next to me, nobody. So we're gonna keep this party rocking. You all at before we went to break, we were talking about what makes a good man and what makes a good woman. So now we talked about what makes a good man, and we talked about what does not make a good man. And what I was saying on the online feed while we were on our music break is if at no point in your adult dating life if a man has not told you at some point, either past relationship, present relationship, that you're a good woman and nobody has ever told you that, you may want to go back and kind of evaluate that because if not at least one person. And then for men as well, like if no woman has come back to you at some point in your adult life, you dated for a while, and if nobody has ever come to you and said that you're a good man, then again, you may want to fact check because a lot of times we're a good man to like our family. We're a good man to like people on the street, or you're a good man to like people on the street. But how are you in a relationship? Like, that's the type of good man stuff that we're talking about. Like, how are you in a relationship? What type of man are you in a relationship? What type of woman are you in a relationship? And those are the things that kind of matter when we're making statements like that, when we're saying, well, that's women don't want good men. Women do want good men. But again, your type of good man may not be the right fit for this particular woman, or your type of good woman may not be the right fit for this particular man. So let's not bash each other because, you know, I'm not your cup of tea. You know, I may not be your cup of tea. Now listen here, your cup of coffee. Listen, because I know I'm a French vanilla extra large, French vanilla black with French vanilla cream and Italian sweet cream. Now everybody don't drink their coffee like that. And that's okay because that's the flavor for me. So that's what rocks my boat. So you got to find what rocks your boat, but I can't slam you because my preference doesn't work for you. I can't slam you for that. That's your personal choice. So here's the thing, address your issue. And it's like when we make statements like that, when I read this, it made me think of, man, this dude is really hurt. Like, I mean, because his comments are always just like they come from a really hurtful place. And so when you make statements like that, it's just like, oh, okay, you know, I've never met you in person, but I can definitely understand why you're single because it's you have some unresolved issues that it's okay. Maybe you need to go talk to somebody. And I tell y'all all the time, listen, I am a believer. Hey, it's okay to sit on somebody's couch. It is quite all right. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, sometimes we have to get our brakes checked a little bit, you know, make sure everything is working correctly. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that because we need it, especially in this day and age where a lot of people just play a lot of emotional games for no reason. And you know, you all thought that at a certain point we would be past those games. But obviously we are not because we have the other woman that done went from the other woman to now she the side chick to now she just flat out getting like flat out recognition. Like she the side chick, the side people, they actually have a place. They actually get respect. Like they're no longer like a secret. They're no longer a secret. Like you're proud to say, okay, I have a side chick, I have a this, I have a that. You're proud to say that. And it's just like, okay. So the next question was that we had that was trending, that was hot was, should the wife sue the mistress if her marriage ended in divorce due to cheating with the side chick? Now, I know in 7 states, and I forgot all 7. I know New Mexico was one of them, I believe. I know North Carolina, I believe, was another, but Illinois. Now, if you are caught cheating, I'll put this out here. I know this is probably going to be some hate in somebody's game, but anywho, if you are cheating in Illinois, it's actually against the law. So you can sue someone for having an affair with your spouse. Don't believe me? Look it up. In Illinois, it is illegal to have an affair. So a lot of people were saying, well, what are you going to sue her for? What are you going to sue? She's not the one that you made the vows with. Well, she's just casual. To me, she's collateral damage because I'm going after both of them. Him first, but she's going to have to come along. You know what? Not so much for me, but for the next time. You won't treat somebody like this. You won't go around thinking it's okay to tear up somebody's house. I mean, it's like we have to get back to the point of respecting the institute of marriage. And I think that at this day and age, marriage is not valued. It's not appreciated. It's not honored. It's not any of that. It's just like, it's just a piece of paper. Marriage is more than a piece of paper. And if you're not ready for the piece of paper and all the responsibilities that come along with that, then you should not be taking a walk down the aisle. But me, what do you all think? I want to know what you think. Would you sue the side chick if she caused your marriage to end in divorce? I say yes. Call in and let me know what you think. 708-223-8953 or hit me up on Facebook. Let me know what you think. Should you sue the mistress if your marriage ended in divorce because she was humping around with your husband? Or should you sue the side dude if your marriage to your wife ended in divorce because of infidelity from the side pieces? Would you sue them? Would you be doing it out of spite? Or would you be doing it just because in the state of Illinois, it's unlawful? So I'm doing my citizen duty to report her for giving her booty to my husband. So I'm going to be doing my duty to other citizens. And again, please don't tell me snitches get stitches and that's hating and all that other stuff, because I really don't care about that. I don't care. Nobody in that situation cared about my feelings. Then listen, let's legally rectify this situation. So again, for him, because he took vows, he made vows with me. And then with her, because she needs to be taught a lesson. Hopefully that lawsuit that will be slapped on that behind will give her something to think about the next time she see a married man, or the next time she thinks about being with a married man. Maybe you won't get nothing but some crumbs from her. But the thing is, going through the process, hopefully it'll have something click that she will think twice about coming in and destroying a marriage. And then also let this be a lesson for other people that would think that the side chick is just, that's the position to be. I'm about to be runner up. Yeah, he did this for me. He did that for me. You got some type of position. You got some type of prized possession. Really? Well, you know what? I say, let's teach these folks a lesson. Sometimes people need to know that it pays to play. So you want to play, you finna pay. We're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, the next hot topic, and then we're going to recap from last week. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time, on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station.
Happy with the session, up with the downs, but rain never comes down. I wake up early in the morning, put some breakfast on my stomach. Time to go get to the money, so I can make it for my mama. And pray my dad ain't gotta bury me. I know to y'all it's just a fantasy, but every day it's our reality. Yeah, yeah. Blow the smoke up in the air. Middle finger, yeah. So keep them bottles up in the air. Let the sparklers light up the air. And pray we never come down, down. And pray we never come down, down, down. Never come down, down, down. Never come down. Still in the city hating on me. Niggas call me Brody, but really ain't my homie. Man, this shit is up in the air. Middle fingers up in the air. Let the sparklers light up the air. Raise your glass up in the air. Everything going up. And pray we never come down, down, down. Never come down, down, down. Down, 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 down. Never come down, down, down. Never come down. My best friend lost his mama. So who the fuck am I to tell him? Turn down when he flexing, and not to turn up when he's stressing. Ain't got the answers, we just guessing. So we roll up and ask questions. My bro told me count your blessings and pray to God for protection. So we put our hands up in the air, put our lighters up in the air, blow the smoke up in the air, middle fingers up in the air. So keep the bottles up in the air. Let the sparklers light up the air. In the air. Raise your glass up in the air. In the air. Oh, never come down, down, down. Never come down, down, down. Never come down. Never come down. And pray we never
Welcome
come
back.
down, down.
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. And sitting next to me, we have my co-host, my partner in crime, Sizzling Simply E. Hey, E.
Hey, boo thing.
How you doing?
I'm wonderful.
Good. And next to Sizzling Simply E, we have my other co-host, my other partner in crime, Pretty Precious Bonner. Hey, Precious.
Hey, Jay. Hey,
How you doing
everybody.
today?
I'm good.
Good.
Tired, but good.
Now, next to Pretty Precious Bonner, we have my other co-host,
Stay over
my other
there.
partner in crime.
Watch this.
Oh, huggable.
No, he ain't.
Smelling good.
Thanks.
Ooh.
Handsome. Alvin Lay.
Got that fresh
Hey,
line and
Alvin.
stuff.
How you doing?
I want you.
Oh,
Right way.
wait a minute. That's music to my ears. You hear my heels clicking at this?
Let me close my eyes, peeping. Let me close my eyes.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yes. How we get
Well, you
down
all,
in the
thank
J
you
spot.
so much for joining us tonight. Please go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Also follow us on Twitter at J Spot, and also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. Now, you all, while you were in transition, whatever y'all was doing, playing around. So I was talking to everybody about, should you sue the mistress if she cause your marriage to end in divorce? Now in Illinois, it's illegal. I know Illinois and New Mexico. You all, somebody tell me what other three. There were 7 states. I know there's 7 states in which
It should be
having
50
it-
One is
states.
like California.
It's
'Cause
seven-
Remember Gabrielle Union sued, or somebody sued Gabrielle Union.
She was a thought on the side.
Yes.
Oh.
Dwayne Wade baby mama sued her.
Oh yeah. See,
Yeah.
yes. So would you sue? Or do you think that that's just petty?
Knock yourself out. He chose to go ahead and knock it out with you. Go and knock it on out. Because trust and believe, he got something on the side too. We both gonna have something on the side.
That's y'all both gonna end up in court.
We both. Nah, I'm gonna be good to go. Like, as y'all want a divorce, baby, here go the paperwork already printed out, hot off the press. I'm good to go.
Now, what about you, Precious? Would you sue?
It depends. Like you know, I'm not clean cut and dry. Like it depends. If I'm hurt and if I'm broke, yes. If I hate, then whatever.
If I'm broke, it's a wrap automatically. If I'm broke, but if I'm not broke.
Wait, Alvin. So now, what about you? Would you sue the side dude?
Yeah, that kind of fall inside the.
Yeah, you can't do
that.
Yeah, like you cannot have a penis and sue somebody for stealing your.
Wait a minute, like why not?
It'll get with. But, you know, we just not going to take that to the court of law.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to meet you outside, 3:30,
no,
3:15.
Now, see, here's the thing. They need to go to court because the thing is, once you see more people being held accountable for their actions, then I feel like that would, you know.
No, it's not. They just going to find better ways to creep around and let it go.
I'm not going to get married in the first place. No,
I'm not going to get married.
You might sue me.
So we can just creep around right now. And then I'm good to go, boo.
But then you're gonna get somebody then they can fall into that common law. So either way it go, it's a lawsuit.
Really doesn't.
A lawsuit out here for somebody. And so what I'm saying, yes. And so what I'm saying is you need to exercise your right to sue and to have peace. Now again, please do not let anybody tell you that it's petty or it's vindictive or move
petty.
On.
It is vindictive.
It's not.
It's cheap. No, don't do it.
You owe to yourself.
Choose a side pieces lesson because they coming up. Look at their stock. It's like it's so popular now.
Anybody who wants to be a side piece, you know what? Good. Enjoy your life. Be a thought.
Don't let me catch you, because I'm telling.
Let me catch you, please.
I've caught the side pieces.
Oh, geez.
I had a conversation with one because at the time I was married. Thank God he's at work right now. But you know, the side piece, she thought that because I was me and my ex-husband at the time, we were going through some things, you know, I got caught about to cheat, so he took it personal. And I had a talk with the side piece, and she was like, well, that's my friend. I said, who? Excuse me? I'm going to tell you right now. As a matter of fact, here's my phone. I dare you to call him up. She was like, another female that was there to the mediator, she was like, nah, you know, Edgerton told you, you know, now if you call her husband up again, she's told you what she's going to do to you. I'm like, sweetie, I will beat your behind on this ground right here. If you call him up, I promise you I will. And I didn't have any more issues with her. Matter of fact, me and her are really good friends today. Really good friends.
Now with that being said, now with that same scenario, so now the marriage has ended in divorce. Okay. So he done divorced the wife and they all gotten divorced. He done kicked that side piece to the curb. Now he has gotten himself together. He is redeemed. Right. Okay, so now he's living right. So now he has found, I guess, the second woman of his dreams. And so he's going to try to do right this time, right? So he got his house, he owned his house, paid for everything. So he's about to get married. She says, I don't want to move in that house because that's the same house that you lived with your previous wife and your family. I want to do something. I want to get another house. Is she petty or is she wrong for that?
No,
not wanting to live in that same house that he had his first family in.
She's right. I mean, you know, you want to have your own type of something that someone else has lived in. I don't want to move in the house where, or even in the same bed that your ex-wife done been into.
Now,
I want all
bed
new.
Is kind of extra.
But just dudes will do that. I had a nasty little freak dude. I was like, dude, we can't do this. He was like, I got some toys. How you got toys? I just wash them off. You're not about to reuse toys on me that you didn't use on somebody else because you got chest toys. That's nasty.
Why my ex-husband took the bed when he moved out?
I left the bed and got but I don't want to be in the same house. I could see if she died or something like that, fine. You know, hopefully you didn't kill her. But I don't want to be in the bed, you know, or in the house, you know, that your ex-wife lived in and she cooked and I love to cook and I'm in the kitchen, you know, in there cooking and stuff. And then you start to reminiscing about your ex-wife because you see me cooking. So you thinking, you know, you see this booty and she probably got a big booty too. She'd be like, man, that's Helen right there. No, this ain't Helen. This is, and now we got issues, you know.
Exactly. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Yes. We got, hey, Lady McNeil, thank you so much. She says, good evening. We also have Tyson Smith from
Hey, Tyson.
And Tyson says no, because ultimately that was a joint decision with your spouse and the side person. No different than your spouse ruining all your credit without your knowledge. With that being said, you can't sue.
You ought to write a song about it, ain't you, Tyson? Write a song about it.
Now, I agree with you with a lot of things, but I'm suing everybody involved, Tyson. I'm suing everybody.
Even that little on the corner, because I have to see if I was coming, and he said, "Who?"
Absolutely, I'm suing everybody. But with the house, too precious, which that he is paid for.
I mean, for me, it's too many different factors, right? If his house is already it's already paid for. Yeah. Two, you could put my name on the house so that when it's all said and done, I still get the house when you die. On top of that, it depends on the value of the house, right? If it's let's say it's $1 million house, then you know what? We just gonna redecorate. It's not that deep. Now, if we got the money to just buy another house, just buy another house and rent it out.
Or sell it. Smashed her all over
now,
the place.
Now, what about you, Alvin? Would you have a problem with if she said, you know what? I don't want to move in this house that you had your previous family in. Would that be a problem with you?
Baby.
And suckers,
baby,
it's paid for. But she's like, I don't feel comfortable here. And she's saying this before y'all get married. So, like, what do you do?
I love you.
I can respect that.
So, would you move somewhere else, or would things be over? Would it be over because
she?
Okay.
Thank you.
Unless it's like property that's passed down, through my family or something like that. But
thank you.
It's just a house.
I love you.
And I'm so glad you said that, because as for me, I'm not, just for the reasons that Edra said. Listen, you got family coming over. Yeah.
They petty. They petty as all. If especially they don't like you.
Why not just remodel the house?
No, because they petty.
No.
Mother-in-laws think I might
come over there ringing the bell. And so you come in, you got your little Christmas hat on, whatever, you welcoming everybody in, Teresa used to greet us with carols. What? Get your, I will poison your eggnog. You see what I'm saying?
This is the thing for me. I'm the person
somebody give us some Robitussin and put her to sleep.
Your family, and we have the first time somebody says, well, this one did that, I'm gonna say, first of all, boo, this ain't that. Let's get this established right now. I don't deal with y'all. You gonna come to my house and you gonna act right or don't come.
Now Tyson Smith, Tyson Smith, you going too far now. Okay, so Tyson Smith is saying, okay, so you wouldn't drive my ex-wife 2017.
No, I'm gonna ride your ex-wife something else. I'm gonna ride your ex-wife something else. That's what I'm gonna ride on. Okay. That's what I'm riding. I ain't gonna ride.
Like
that's what I'm gonna ride. And then while I'm riding it, I'm gonna take a picture of me riding it and then send it to her and show her that how good I ride.
I can't even buy into that. You ain't finna ride.
We already everybody what you do. But I just personally would not feel comfortable. I would want to get a new place. We both houses, we can rent those houses out, and I mean we can find something that's going to be for our family, but I don't want any reminders, just like it's like he shouldn't want any reminders of
my ex-man,
anybody else. Like you shouldn't want any making the bath water, and he's sitting up there thinking like, yeah, Millie used to drop it like it was hot. Hey, wait a minute, I'm gonna drown you because I see where your thoughts and see me, I know it's going to be constant friction every day. If I'm uneasy about it before and I mention it, and then, I'm put in a position where, he's already explained to me and logically it's the best decision for us to stay in the house, we're going to have problems.
See, I know myself.
We're going to have some problems. I'm not even going to lie.
Even if you buy a house, right, you could buy a new construction home, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to want to make modifications to it. I know myself enough to know, like, I'm not going to like the doorknobs. We need different doorknobs. I don't like the carpet in this room. We're going to buy new carpet. I'm going to change the wallpaper. I'm going to put up cabinets. I'm going to do things like that. So for me,
it's still the same house though. He done banged her against the wall.
How many people done died in that house? So you finna go buy a house. Guess how many people died in that house?
I'm okay with them dead folks.
I'm okay.
He ain't banged the dead folks. He banged that one that was living. I'm okay.
What if he banged the city worker who inspected the house?
That's okay. I probably banged her brother. I don't know.
You didn't have have a life with that person.
Yeah.
Like this was your.
She was a side piece and he left those wife.
Now, see, if he would have had a long-term living side piece, then that's the same as a long-term relationship as a wife. I'm not gonna be able to do it. But if you just had a plethora of traffic coming through, then I'm okay.
Okay, I got a question.
Sure.
Yes.
Hopefully we can help you. You all, what do you think?
Now you're dating this guy.
We finna get married.
I'm
married now, Miss Seeley.
Even better. So up to this point, you've had sex in his house.
Maybe.
Got him.
So do you think a man is going to look at you any way other than stuck on stupid?
We probably just had sex in my house.
And you
yes. I've been over it. Listen.
Here's the thing. It doesn't matter how petty it is. You all, if you are petty, I'm telling you, don't let nobody make you feel bad for feeling the way you feel. You feel that way.
Right on.
That's how you feel. If society thinks that it's petty, it's okay, honey. You embrace it.
It's not petty. It's crazy.
Well, if look,
sometimes take a little sertraline pill, you'll be okay.
I could understand if there's an issue being in a house that you had a previous relationship in. But what kind of sense does that make, though?
The sense is because now this is my home, so I have to feel peace. I have to feel the positive vibes, and I cannot feel positive
now
vibes.
I got one for you.
Are you seeing ghosts?
So that's what if the wife died,
and she did.
That's their house. I can't live there.
Okay, what if it's family prop? What if it's his mom's house? He never got married. But what if it was his mother's house, his family house, just passed down from generation to generation? We
can say that. I'm saying him and his wife and they children.
What if she lived with him before in his house?
Then that's their house.
So you're gonna make this man sell his family
house? We can rent that out. See, it's Team Aquarius against Team Gemini. This is what's going on.
That's because y'all are irrational cheaters.
No.
Y'all commitment phobic.
I'm
single.
That's up for
I'm not in a committed relationship.
I just don't want any of the memories. That's just me. I don't want any of the memories.
It's not your memory.
It is. Go be. I don't need him thinking about her while we laying there or I'm laying in the bed and stuff, and he'd look at me and thinking, man, that looked just like Sheila.
Hold on. How insecure is
I'm not insecure.
It's not insecure.
Who thinks of another woman having sex with a man she has never known?
That's okay.
Tomorrow.
It's not. Well, it's not for you to understand.
If he was a virgin before her, if he only had one.
Here's the thing. It don't have to make sense because something wrong with y'all. It don't have to make sense. But their vibe. That's their vibe in the.
Are you moving?
I'm moving. We is moving. We moving.
We is moving, and we gonna rent that out. And guess what we gonna do? So I'm gonna talk to him while we have a pillow talk, baby. That's how I'm gonna convince him to change that.
Here's the question that
I ain't worried about that. So don't worry. At my house,
because
and he ain't gonna move in my house because he's a man.
Sheila presents all up. No.
So here's the thing for me. Like I'm not a very very religious person, but I am very spiritual.
Now I understand about redecorate. That makes sense.
That's because that's that Gemini.
But here's the thing, though. So sometimes when I'm at home, like if I'm going through something emotionally or whatever, I feel my mom with me. Mm-hmm. That spirit doesn't matter where I am.
Yeah, I get that.
So you do construction. What if he still feels this wall?
But he ain't screwed her against this wall, right?
I know that's right. We're gonna make some new memories.
Absolutely. That's right. That's gonna be
this wall. When we get on that dryer or that washer and hit on that spin cycle, that's gonna be us bounce washer.
Absolutely.
Not them do.
When the table, because the table leg is broke, that's because we did that. We did it. Right here, we did all this. We got it. So we did this.
No, we're gonna buy one after we break this one because we did that.
No, and here's the thing. So this is the conversation that we will have beforehand. Now, here's the thing. You can redecorate. Again, let's go to Christmas. Ding, ding. You done redecorated and everything. Got his little raggedy, his little mama that really, and she loved the ex-wife too. Woo, honey, let me tell you how many problems you finna have. Now she comes to the house. Oh, what y'all do to the... It was her idea, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. You got rid of all that good.
And here's the thing.
I knew I ain't like her for some reason.
Here's the thing, though.
Sheila had better taste than all that kind of stuff. See,
the
now
first
you gotta...
time his mama said something like that to him and he let that roll, leave his black behind.
He gonna let it roll because that's his mama. You married. That's his mama.
You married.
But see what you do is though
help us out now because you there. So
you down there quiet and stuff.
You have to like grab my arm, like, come on, let me go help you to time out somewhere.
You better get her.
What would you say? Is that not a valid point, or is that a crazy person point?
That's a crazy person point.
Okay, baby, quiet.
Yeah,
it's a crazy person point. You all, let me know what y'all think. Should you just redecorate, sit down, and just call it a day?
Fellas,
or is it a valid point to move? I mean, Tyson already said he ain't moving.
Anthony said he ain't moving.
Anthony said he ain't moving. You know,
y'all moving.
Women, are y'all moving or are y'all staying?
We moving. We moving.
I'm moving.
We gonna rent out that property, baby.
Yes, we are.
Sweetheart, I love you.
Yeah.
You know what?
We gonna rent out that property.
I retract my statement.
And I can't.
We moving if you wasn't smart and didn't have gap insurance on the house, and so you still owe the note even though she died.
And I'm gonna tell him, you know what? I just don't feel comfortable with doing all this nasty stuff that you want me to do in this house. I just don't. So no more nasty stuff. I'm not. I'm not. Cause see, you gotta win them over. So I don't feel comfortable with doing this nasty stuff.
Shamika says she ain't moving. You moving, Shamika?
Shamika, you not moving?
Is nasty stuff being done?
Yeah.
Yes, but it's gonna be more nasty stuff and more creative stuff done at the new place.
It's gonna stop.
Yeah,
it's just no more nasty.
It's gonna be boring stuff gonna be done.
Be like, I don't.
And then I can't do it right.
Can I get a pole in the swing?
No, because we're gonna put the pole in the swing.
Can I get a pole in the swing
at the new house?
Yes,
you can get a pole in the swing, a lap dance night.
Okay, if it's a pole in the swing at the new house, we can consider.
Okay,
we can consider.
That's all.
I might even do a handstand for you. Bands make you dance, listen.
See, that's all you have to do. So it's called, you have to compromise.
Give me the bands and we'll keep the house your ratchet hood.
We have to compromise because I'm not gonna be able to do it.
I'll go buy some rental property.
I'm not gonna be able to do it. So
those extra
you all let me know, ladies. Now come on, y'all. Some of y'all saying that y'all not moving, but I'm gonna move. So what we're gonna do?
Shamika said she ain't leaving her kid home.
Why would you leave your child home in the first place? Now, if a man wanted you to leave your child home, you should leave the man.
Y'all suck Shamika into this.
I didn't suck Shamika.
She was doing fine at first.
She was not doing fine at first.
Brian Yarbrough is saying, if I have a house, I'm not moving because of insecurities.
That's not insecurities.
We can redecorate and get some new stuff, but I'm staying in my crib. Well, you stay on, Brian, because as I said, it's not about insecurities. It's just about creating new memories, and it's a valid point.
Create some new memories upside.
You all, if people, please don't let them. If you are one that's on this feed and you saying that you moving, please don't let the ones that's saying that you're insecure. Don't let them hate. Honey, don't waver. Stand strong in whatever they call it. Right. Insecurities, petty, whatever it is. You stay strong. Stay strong. I don't care. Storm. They say insecure. I'm not moving. They say petty. I'm not moving. They say crazy. I'm not moving.
And your baby mama ain't all the way crazy.
Say always crazy.
I said, no, they all crazy. I said all the way crazy. See, I can handle a certain level of crazy.
Right, and then, oh my God, God forbid the ex comes over and she drops it off.
She thinks she running it.
Oh, and she
then she tell you how she used to have her stuff here.
It's too many issues.
This is a problem.
It's too many issues.
No, because it's called upgrading. No, it is called upgrading. So what you do is the first time she comes over, you say, "Hi, come in. Let me show you what I've done with the place." You remember that ugly wallpaper you had? It is so cute. Now look at this. Nice, right?
Remember those? Because I'm gonna take her to the sex dungeon. That's what I'm gonna take her to.
And again, that's a part of the upgrade.
I'm gonna take her to the sex. Be like, you know what? In y'all's old house, remember y'all had this? Well, yeah, girl, I put this sex swing up in here, girl. Man, and he love it every night.
Again, that's a part of the upgrade.
I'm just saying.
What you gonna say out? Because I'm not moving.
Family watching this.
I'm cool with the sex dungeon part, but my kids she might not let my kids come over no more.
I mean, it's called responsible parenting. You lock the door.
Hello,
put a thumbprint on it.
Hello, they got all these
holes. So I'm not gonna be able to. I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna be able to live in the house. He said you ain't living in the house. Precious, you said you staying.
I'm staying.
Alvin, if the house was just strictly haunted, I would say. But
I need a much better reason to move.
Alvin, because I love you.
So the ex.
I love you, Alvin.
So you come in and you see holes in the wall and you ask her how those holes get there. And she said from her back. And you know, and you like, wait a minute,
doing that, you know,
right? You
50 Shades of Grey or whatever it's called.
Absolutely. And you see several of those holes, but you're gonna be able to fix them. But you're gonna always remember.
Yeah,
no.
And you're gonna always in that bedroom. You're gonna always wonder. What did he do?
First of all,
what was he doing to her that they put a hole?
Because that's an ego trip. They gonna keep them holes because that's for the ego.
Right. He gonna be like, what was they doing that they put a hole in the wall? So now 5 years later, they done been married. Now he get mad because he ain't put a hole in the wall yet.
He ain't did a hole.
So now y'all on y'all way to divorce court because he picking fights with you, but low key he's still mad because he don't know how y'all got that hole in the wall, and he ain't even been able to make the wallpaper peel.
He can't even do nothing. Sweetie, why don't you don't even worry about why I don't do this.
See, I got to go. If you get a new house,
you don't have to worry about all that.
You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got no competition, no spirits competing with you, no holes thinking. You ain't got none of that.
I'm not gonna worry about it. No
what
way.
about the spirits that's already in there?
Listen, I ain't worried about those spirits. We
them things out.
I'm gonna put it to you like this: I own my house. I'm not leaving my house unless we're getting a brand new construction that I get to the sound from the ground up.
We renting the house out, make some more money. It's okay, boo.
Well, we moving. Well, you are. We're gonna take a short musical break, and when we return, we're recapping from last week. Last week we talked about online dating.
Yay!
What you should know.
Yay!
Inbox me.
Online dating.
Let's keep it on a low.
I got some millies to make. Yeah, about to go get it. Yeah, I'm about to go get it. About to go get it. This about to change my living. Yeah, about to go get it. Yeah, I'm about to go get it. About to go get it. This about to change my living. What? I woke up early in the morning. Yeah, I had a bright idea. Get it, and I'm about to get it. I woke up early in the morning. Yeah, I had a bright idea. I woke up early in the morning. Yeah, it's gonna make $1 million. Yeah, it's gonna make $1 million. And I'm about to get it. Later this evening, I'ma switch up on them. Jump in the back of my Bugatti. Yeah, backseat president, 5-bed resident. Ain't thinking about paying rent. Got skyscraper condos, car for the elevator. Floor walk on be pent. See money like water, so I can just spend it. Cause I just invented some shit that's in. Wash up coming to America. Got ladies all around like hell. Yeah. Throw my clothes on, hit the hysteria. Yeah. Diamonds on the neck. You see me. Cuban on the wrist. You see me. Born with the fit. But the fit is say 216. Yeah, straight drop it. Yeah, I'm up here. I had a bright idea. I woke up early in the morning. Yeah, I had a bright idea. And it's gonna make $1 million. Yeah. It's gonna make $1 million. Yeah. It's gonna make $1 million. Yeah. And I'm about to get it. And I'm about to get it. So fresh and so clean, that's what they say. Yeah. Armani suit and it's tailored to me. Always gonna have some Chuck Taylors on me. Keep a bunch of different flavors on me. Big face. Got a boat at Costa Rica. Modern on deck, mamacita. Plus there's plenty of room. Doesn't pop bottles and turn with my people. Hell no, I ain't worried about nothing. What? Black, no staff on payroll, so I gotta eat like blood. Yeah, turn my Millie silly. You see me. Eat steaks like I'm in Philly. You see me. But I'm a ghetto boy like Willie. What? They trip off the way that I came up. Cause now when I go, prop the plane up. What idea? I woke up early in the morning. Yeah, I had a bright idea. $1 million. Get it. And I'm about to get it. I woke up early in the morning. And it's gonna make $1 million. Yeah. And I'm about to get it. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Go ahead and change your living. Yeah. Get it. Go get it. Go get it. Go ahead and change your living. Yeah.
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships.
Girl, I'm getting ready. I'm stretching right now, getting ready for this race. I gotta run tonight.
Help you get ready. Help you get ready. Sitting next, Simply E, we have my other co-host, my other partner in crime, Pretty Precious Bonner. Hey, Precious.
Hey, Jay.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. And next to Pretty Precious Bonner, we have Huggable, Smelling Good, Handsome, Alvin Lay. How you doing tonight, Alvin?
You may be young, but you are ready.
Oh, yeah. All right. Wait a minute. Say that thing, boy. Say that thing. Say that thing. Say that thing. Wait a minute. So continue. Okay, well, we're going to get to them. But, you all, thank you so much for joining us. You are listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. The song that you were just listening to is called Bright Ideals by MC Brains. MC Sexy Brains. Yes.
Delicious.
Yes. So please pick up a copy of his album. It's out now, called Cinderfella. That's Cinderfella. Check it out. It's a really, it's some cuts on that, you all. I'm just gonna say that. So some good grown and sexy music on that too. So it's a wide variety. So check it out. Hey, check it out. Tell them Jay told you to check it out, because I'm telling you, I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh shoot.
You teased yourself, didn't you?
It's okay.
Set yourself up.
But you know what? I just thought about you all. I was on my way here as I was driving here, and the song Back Down Memory Lane came on. Minnie Riperton. Now I know y'all, I'm just probably gonna be just all kind of petty after this, but what do y'all think about this? She was saying she stumbled upon a photograph, and then it just caused her just to go spiral out of control. Do y'all keep pictures of y'all exes?
No.
If I look good in it,
yes.
No. Picture of your ex,
I do.
To have you go crazy like that.
I do. It don't bother me.
Oh, do you keep pictures of Precious?
Absolutely not.
I do.
What about you, Alvin? Do you keep pictures of you and your exes?
He's like, I ain't text big face.
Like,
that's the guy code. I can't say, that's what I'm supposed to.
You all on Facebook, do you all keep pictures of your exes? I don't.
I do. If I look good in those pictures too, yes.
No, I don't do the pictures because of stuff like that
won't bother me.
Looking at
I'll think about it like, wow, we have some good parts, and it is what it is. But I do it. Just let me look good.
She was doing fine.
She should have took some searching.
She was minding her own good doggone well. She was minding her own business, and then she looked and she stumbled through the photograph. Now she see Mitch. Now
that's what she get.
Now she gotta go back and take them pills, because of the depression, her anxiety came back, because she started going back down memory lane. Listen, back down memory lane ain't nothing good for you back there.
It is, because you can use memory lane. Listen, you can use memory lane, and especially if your current is not working right, use your memory.
Memory lane.
That's called Pornhub. No, ma'am.
You all stay off.
Look at this one. I got videos.
Memory lane. Right. Stay off memory lane, you all, because I'm telling you,
memory lane will have you texting that ex for a booty call.
Exactly.
Valerie said she got an entire folder. No. I don't look at mess like that. Listen, I do.
No, I don't have a folder.
And don't let me look good in them pictures. I'm most definitely keeping them pictures.
Cut me.
No. I'll be like, ooh.
Yes, like, I don't have any pictures of me with any exes. Like my son's father, I gave him all those pictures. Because what I need that, we don't have any, what, me and my man, I know who you are.
We don't have a picture together. Him and I don't have any pictures together. We just got a video together the other night. That's been like, we've never taken anything together. The other night was the first time we've ever danced together in 19 years. And took a picture together.
I can't say anything because me and my kids, my ex-husband, we have, I want to say 2 pictures, and I gave him both of them.
Right, I gave the pictures to my son, because what do I need it for? Like, I even get rid of stuff that they get, especially if it was a bad breakup, because I can be spiteful. So it's like, at a time before I was redeemed, I didn't want to see nothing if you gave me a picture of anything, I don't want nothing.
It didn't bother me. Even like my marriage, like I have pictures of me and my ex-husband because I look good in those pictures, and I don't like to mess up pictures. Only time I've ever torn up pictures, it's an ex-boyfriend of mine came to the house and ticked me off, and so called the police. Got my good proper voice on, called the police, and they were irritated because it was 6:00 in the morning, which they were trying to get off shift, and I ripped up the picture that I had of him and I tossed it at him. I told him to get up off my property.
Yeah, no, I don't have no pictures. I've given jewelry away to family members. Now the good stuff, you can go sell that stuff. The stuff that you can sell, sell it. But stuff that, is nice and is sentimental, you can give it to somebody else, give it to other people. But as for me, I don't have anything in my house from an ex that I was, oh, well, I remember the boogeyman gave me this.
You got something in your house from your ex, your baby.
Right.
I got 3 of them. Why have your continents fallen?
Yeah. Yeah, those are the days. But thankfully, he looks like me, so we don't have too much. And he acts like me, so back then I can pretend it was somebody else. And I know my son probably listening. Sugar, I'm gonna tell you who your daddy really is. One of these days I'm gonna tell you who your daddy really is.
I'm trying to take Denzel Washington to child support court, but no lawyer will take my case. I don't understand why not.
But yeah, no, I'm removing stuff. I don't want to have any memories. Is it petty? Maybe. Do I care? Y'all know I don't. I mean, just add that to the rest of the petty things.
Crazy.
But here's the thing. I own mine, and I'm going to let these dudes know. And look, because it's too much. This is too much for any person to deal with. So you can't be
contract.
Playing peekaboo.
You come to the house. Wait. You want to date me? Wait.
Right.
Wait, never required me to move in your ex
to any of this stuff. We can't even go nowhere, dude. It's a wrap. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your application.
He gonna say, so you gonna come over to my house, and I know that him and his ex live there. I'm coming, be like, what you want me to? What you want me? You want me to? Men will do that.
Men will do that. My ex-husband, I remember he had brought his because I remember I was mad, he trying to take my car from me. And so he was like, Edra, I'm in the bed with my girlfriend. And I was like, you in the bed? I said, you in the bed where? At my house. Well, that's my old house, and that's my bed. Right. In my bed, that boulder and threw it in her window, but it wasn't her car. But it was
y'all better than me. And here's the thing. My only remark would be, "Oh, is she in my wet spot?" Like,
see, you're the reason why we gotta move. Making comments like that, you the reason why we gotta move. We moving
because if you're gonna be, here's the thing. I'm not petty unless you give me a reason. But
I'm
not gonna be petty. I'm just gonna.
I'll be so ignorant. I'll be so ignorant. I'll be like, if any of you all have ever been to this restaurant called Medici's that was in Hyde Park. They used to carve, in the walls, whatever. So you carve it in, whatever. And they could do that. Everybody did it. I would be that petty to that. I would be carving my name. Edra was here in the bedroom wall. The moment the divorce is finalized in his bedroom with the heart and everything over it, and then leave. So when you bring your new chick there to where I used to reside at, she would see my namesake right there carved in the wall. And you too trifling, you ain't gonna move it out the way.
And somebody asked that too. So they asked also, so do you take them? I don't want you taking me nowhere that was a favorite place of you and your ex. I don't want to go there either.
I mean, I'm not going to do.
Oh, see, but what
go ahead and speak. Somebody, Valerie, you need to stop.
Like, I have a thing about taking like, again, I love with food. Mm-hmm. So it's hard for me to take someone else to a restaurant that I had a relationship with going to with a person.
You can't take another your new chick to the place where you took your ex-girlfriend or ex
I probably would never bring it up.
Really?
I'm petty.
But you would do it though, but you just wouldn't say it.
But no, I wouldn't bring the idea of the restaurant up.
Really? But you want her to move in your house.
That's different.
Now that don't make no sense.
That's different.
That's different. What does one have to do with the other?
Because the restaurant, I mean, at least that's temporary, but God, dog, you got
restaurant. We're talking about a meal. A home, we're talking about what? Couple
somewhere
$100,000
where I'm supposed to be at peace.
It's not the same.
Where my level of crazy is supposed to be able to be turned down. And you got me sit up here living in some other woman's house, but you won't take me to the same restaurant.
I'm ignorant. I done took the dudes to ask me where I want to go out to eat at. We probably going to the same. Trust and believe, the waitress and them know me. I'd be like, shut up.
I don't even say nothing. Like, I'm so petty, especially depending on the guy. Again, you got to let them know they could be replaced. So I'm going to take you where I want to go.
Where I want to go to.
I'm going to take a picture of my food because I'm that petty, and I'm going to post it, and I'm going to check it. No, I'm not going to have a guy in my picture, but what's going to happen is
post it on Facebook.
I'm going to take the picture of my food, I'm going to post it, and I'm going to check in, and then dude go text me, and this has happened to me, and he's like,
you got busted.
No, there's no thing. What you going to bust?
Alvin, we need you to, Alvin, because you're going to get us jumped on. They want you to say
thank you, Nicholas.
Like we sit up here just not letting you.
He didn't say he ain't going to take Valerie. He's not going to take you to the same restaurant that he done took Coco and them to. If he do, he ain't going to mention it. So don't ask him, baby, is this the same restaurant you took Dolores to?
Whoa, hold on.
But see, now if you good, you're going to already find that out.
Hello?
You're going to ask this stuff in the beginning.
Have your little lineup of questions.
Right. See, this is some of the stuff that you ask when you get into
baby?
Exactly.
That conversation would never come up.
Baby, Alvin, what's your favorite restaurant?
What is I don't have a favorite.
What spot do you frequent? if you would to refer someone to a nice spot, where would you refer them?
What kind of food are we talking?
And you'll give them whatever
Thai
your favorite
food.
food is.
Thai
So
food?
we're gonna that's what we're definitely gonna do.
Mexican.
Mexican?
Italian.
I can't pronounce it. I just know where it's at.
Where's it at?
On the south.
Can't go to no Mexican restaurants on the south side.
You gonna get caught up because
No, never.
He gonna smile. He gonna smile and
lost something.
He gonna smile, and then when he busts into laughing, she gonna be like,
Valerie says food is food. I don't care.
Like if you say Chinese, I'll say Lao She Swan.
Well, we can't go to Lao She Swan no more.
Tavia,
I can't even pronounce that.
Tavia Free Spirit is saying, yes, I agree with Jay. Hey, Queens and King. Hey, Tavia.
Hey, Tavia.
It's just definitely.
Hey, Kenny DJ Gardner.
Hey, Kenny. How you doing? Hey, everybody. Facebook, I really appreciate you all. Hey, everybody on Instagram. Hopefully we still recording on that.
Hold on. What men? Hold on. What men can't say that women play the same songs during sex?
Man, that's y'all with the song sex thing. I haven't played a song in a long time.
Yeah, see, because I'm gonna have a problem with that too. So I just want to create overall new memories. Yeah, unrealistic, maybe.
Oh, I can. So you supposed to move every new relationship? No, you get married that many times, Antonio. No, it's if you get married, boo.
Get married again. Because if you this your fourth or fifth, this your ninth time getting married,
you need to stop.
Right.
I know you love clearly.
Just please, let's just be single. So now tonight you are, because we done got all we just gonna get right into our topic. Tonight we're talking about rebound relationships. And see, that ties in with this moving in the house crap. That ties in. What is a rebound relationship in your opinion, Eve? What is a rebound relationship?
Start off for me. A rebound relationship is, you just broke up with someone, and then you done let somebody slide on into the DM, and they know you feeling a little low about yourself because you done got dumped or whatever. So you hop into this next thing. Come on now.
What's the rebound relationship to you, Precious?
When somebody broke your little heart and you're in your feelings, and so you go have sex with somebody else and don't give yourself time to get out your little feelings.
Okay. Alvin, what about you? Rebound relationship, what is it?
The same thing.
When you get off one young lady and go visit her friend.
Man, that's a thought. That's a male thought.
According to our online source, a rebound relationship is a relationship in which one becomes involved in a relationship shortly after the previous one ended. But we said something key. Shortly. What's your definition of short? Like, everybody has a different. What would you consider a short?
Short rebound or short?
Right, a short amount of time, like shortly after you've ended that relationship.
Literally, I dealt with the rebound relationship. Like, the dude just broke up with me, like, probably that day, like, and then 10 minutes later, his boy was like, you know what, E, I like you. I've been liking you for a long time. He was like, can we date? And I was like, you know what? Yeah. And it was funny because the dude that took me, that second guy, he was like the head of the drug dealers. And so the dude that I was dating was like one of his little runner boys. So the runner boy dumped me. And then he, was like, I've been liking you for a long time. And
that's
so
not
we
a
in the head.
rebound.
Yeah, that was an upgrade. And we're good friends to this day too. Good day. But we're good friends to this day.
Head of the drug dealer.
He was. He used to write me when he got locked up and stuff. He wrote me in prison. I was like, I can't date nobody locked up now. But he was like, I love you, Edra. I love you too. You locked up.
Wait, so Precious, have you ever been in a rebound relationship?
I have not. I don't rebound. Okay. But I also don't do quick relationships either. So,
Alvin, have you ever been in a rebound relationship? Were you the rebound, or are you the one that entered the rebound relationship? You were the rebound.
I was rebound.
You was reboundee.
I was rebound. I really wasn't expecting it. I was in a relationship. It was ending. We were doing each other so wrong, and it just got to the point where I couldn't be there anymore. So I left. And it was funny because I would always hang around this young lady who I was enamored by, but I would never I would like if, and she knows a lot of my friends. So when all my friends would go out there to ask, are you coming? And I was like, no. And I'm like, why? I'm like, I'm not involved. I can't be involved. I can't participate. And everybody like, what are you talking about? It's like, don't worry about it. Just know that I can't participate. And so now I'm fresh out of this relationship, like maybe a week or two out of this relationship. And my whole mindset is I'm gonna be single. I'm gonna focus on this grind. I'm gonna get my money up. I'm gonna just live this life. And next thing I know, this young lady come calling my name, like, so when we going out? And I'm like, tonight? And I didn't leave her side after the fact. And I still wasn't over the first relationship altogether to where I was fully prepared for that relationship, and it just ended up ruining it.
So how long did it last?
A long time.
That rebound.
Yeah.
See, the rebounds. Listen, high five for the rebound, long lasting.
Well, I was in a rebound relationship, and unfortunately, I was the rebound, and it was not a good. It was not a good fit at all, and it's just
you were the
like
reboundee.
Yeah, I was the person that they went to, and how, and it's so crazy is because. It's my fault though. I ain't even gonna lie because it's my fault because I went after him. Oh. So this is back in the day before I was redeemed, when I just, I look, whatever I want, I took it. But now I got use a little common sense now. But back then, so I approached him and I just had this revelation that, I want to be with you, and I think that we'll make a good couple and all this and that.
Yes, do tell.
Because he valued what we had, he wasn't really feeling that way, but he went on ahead. And so I'm like, okay, so we started talking and everything. Now, mind you, I know everything about him. I know he had just got out of a relationship. Oh,
that's your fault.
He had just, but I'm like, people had me thinking I wanted him. But I really, years later.
People had you thinking you wanted
girl,
him.
I can't tell y'all who because they probably listening.
Tell
but people had
me,
people had me thinking that I wanted him when I really did. Huh?
Just to get a full understanding, because people had you believing you
right, because we were really good friends. I mean, he was good with my son, and as I'm saying this, I know my family gonna know who I'm talking about.
So people had you thinking y'all should be together,
right?
Okay.
So that's why I approached him, and a few weeks after he got out of his relationship, and so I had been knowing him longer than the chick that he was in a relationship with. So I'm just like, whatever. We together. And then something tragic happens to the young lady, and he just spins out of control. And it's just like, I know about that. Oh my God. So it's like to sit there and watch somebody that you're supposedly in a relationship with grieve over somebody else. Like, that was a really hard thing to do. And I'm just like, dang, I'm the doggone rebound. But like I say, at the time, wasn't flying for it. I was all kinds, raising all kinds of havoc. But, after a while of recollecting and honestly, looking at the situation, I definitely accepted my part in that situation. But, I still had to cast some blame because I'm like, if you wasn't there, then you should have said that. And then he's like, I tried to, but you wasn't listening, and I'm like, hey, you know what? You're right. Because it was a point in time I didn't listen.
I never go after anybody. I just don't believe in it. But my problem is,
hold on.
I go after what I want.
I don't go after anybody.
Young lady out there thinking of pursuing me.
Hey, daddy. Hey, daddy.
That's when I just didn't care.
Day age, understand that I respect.
Hey, daddy.
Your abilities and ingenuity, the way that you step up and take charge of your life,
and be extra creative.
Big word. Ingenuity is a big word.
As I was saying, I'm not chasing nobody. But
chasing.
Yes, it is.
It's going after what you want. You go after that job that you want, that house or that car that you want. Well, God dang it, if I want that man, I'm gonna go after him.
Okay, good luck with that. And so, like I was saying, I don't go after anybody. But for me, it's always a situation where I meet somebody, we start talking. And, we always ask the questions, what happened in your last relationship, whatever. Oh, whoop-de-whoop-de, whatever. Well, they always ask me first. And so I was like, okay, what about you? I'll do that. And so I'm one of those people. I'm extremely clear. I'm like, all right, so you're good on that. You're done with that whole situation. At that point, you should say, no, I'm a sucker and I still want to be with her. Suck it up and leave me alone. If not, don't be like,
because they want to,
No, go find a little thought, get you some, and leave me alone.
They don't want that. They want something new and fresh. They don't want something,
I know a new thought every day. I swear.
Well, let me go back to something that you just said, Precious. That we ask people what happened in their last relationship. Are people
Women should.
really? But are people really honest about that? Has anyone ever told you flat out it was their fault that the relationship ended?
Yes.
Anybody ever told you that?
Absolutely.
No one has told me what.
What about you, Alvin? Has anybody ever told you that it was their fault that the relationship ended?
I never asked. I was never concerned.
Do men act?
Yes, they ask.
Do they initiate?
Yes, they
A
initiate.
guy probably would ask more than a woman would, but that goes back to what I always say, that women should ask real questions and expect real answers. A guy will get to the answer that he wants in order to understand what he's dealing with. Women will circumvent whatever the guy says and fill in the gap and say, okay, I really get what you mean. I understand what you mean. Okay. And then they'll ride with that without getting specifics. But if a woman asks a man about how did his last relationship ended, the next question should always be, if I was to talk to her, what would she tell me? Well, what's the other perspective of this situation? Because there's always a couple of sides. Not saying that you would talk to her, but really to get understanding if her viewpoint is shared with you. And then that puts you in the mindset of whether this person is stepping up to ownership of what they did in the relationship.
Right. And I like that because I kind of do that as well, because I do ask that question, but then I do ask, so now what would her view of how things ended? What would that be? And then sometimes that's a totally different, a totally different answer.
That question, because I know for myself, when you say, I don't know, you say, well, she cheated. In my head, I'm like, okay, so you was either real stupid or she was a garden tool. It's one of those two.
Now, see, I've had guys be honest and tell me that they cheated. Like, man, I messed it up. Like, I mean,
and then I had that young one from last summer. Remember I was telling you about? Pretty beautiful teeth. Just, he was like, I cheated. I was like, oh, okay, And then while we were sitting there talking, a girl walks past with a big butt, and I looked because I was like, she got a big butt, and he looked. He's like, yeah, but she got a funky attitude. But so I knew that wouldn't work. So that's why I made with you too. And I was just like, did he really just say that? But he was like, yeah, I cheated. So then he asked, which is the dumbest question, when's the last time you had sex? And I was like,
yeah, that's so annoying.
That just told me your age so right annoying. There. That told me your age. And I said, I had the babies. It's been a while. And he was like, man, mine was like 2 weeks ago. I was like, oh. I'm so
listen, FYI, we don't need your sexual resume on the first on the first
I do
day.
Need it, but goddamn it, is that close?
Can we get past the cheese sticks and the creme brulee first?
I took that and I was like, he was like, I could look at you and tell you don't have an STD.
What?
I said, I can't even make this stuff up.
How old was this young man?
28. He's cute as all get out. Cute guy. Just, I couldn't do it.
I just
38,
that.
his little penis gonna just fall off.
I just couldn't do it. I'm like, I'm thinking about stuff. If I touch you, if you let me touch you, or you touch me, I'm gonna catch something just from touching you. I might be catching something out from looking at you because you just said you could look at me and tell I ain't got no STD.
Did you have sex with him?
Hell no. We didn't even kiss. We didn't even hug. He wanted to reach in for that hug. I was like, it was so nice meeting you. Thank you so much.
Poor little tink.
Yeah, and then he called me.
His big brother.
He was like, Ezra, but I really could see us together. No, you can't see us together. No.
So now, how long does it take to get over someone that you loved and were in a long-term relationship with, or you were married? How long does it take for that type of stuff for you to get over that, if you ever get over it?
You do get over it, and especially when it ends in a heartbreak. For me, it took, I want to say it took about 6 to 7 months, but because I had a pacifier to fill in that gap. So when that messed up, I had me
so you had a rebound.
I had some insurance. Yeah.
See, again, I don't do rebounds, but for me, it's the total opposite. My marriage, I was over it before it was actually over. But I dated a guy, and that particular situation, it took me a little minute, and I was mad. I was disappointed in myself because it took me a little minute because I was like, really good.
You was spent on him. Say yes.
I'm not gonna admit that.
Say what? Go ahead and admit it.
So now, Alvin, what about you? How long did it take? Does it take, in your opinion?
3 days.
3 days.
3 days, 36 hours.
For you to get over a woman that you love?
Wait. Since when do 3 days equal 36 hours?
There's a proper technique known as the dead man. All the men out here understand this whole process.
That's when
you're going through purging yourself of your relationship, all the pain and anguish, so you don't proceed forward, with all this emotion. You go into the dead man's pose. Normally this happens in your living room on the couch. If you were the one who got kicked out, you might have to go visit your mom for a minute till you get the keys to your new place. And during that time, while you're searching for your new place, you spend your free time on the couch, face down fishing, and in your most comfortable boxers and wife beater. You align yourself with all the food that you will need for the next 36 hours, because you are not leaving the house, and you purge yourself. You probably spend time watching movies like Waiting to Exhale and all kind of stuff like that too.
You watch really chick flicks and everything.
We don't talk about that in public.
You better not.
We don't talk about that in public, but fellas know. Then you also couple that with movies like Scarface.
Make your man, get your man back in you, right?
Likewise. So, you go through that and you purge yourself of all the wrongdoing that was done, either by you or the young lady herself. And by the time 36 hours over, you are so drained and exhausted, maybe a little dehydrated, and you're ready to get up. And hopefully, if you've done this right, you timed it where you started late Tuesday night. So by Friday evening, you ready to get up, get dressed, and go out and go find you somebody new.
Are you serious?
Oh my God.
What kind of tomfoolery is that?
No, ask all your male friends.
I don't know, because my ex-husband, it's been 6 years, and sweetheart, he'll still tell you, I still love you. It's been 6 years, and I still love you.
But see, that's what he's telling you.
Baby, trust.
What he's telling someone else is totally different.
Trust.
Well, I guess I'm the only sucker at this table, because it takes me a while. Like, the last guy that I really fell head, oh my God,
you got some tissue?
It took me like 2 years to get fully get over him.
But that's because initially on, you weren't willing to deal with just the fact that it was over.
Yeah. The whole thing.
So it took you all that time to be like, hey, okay, let me go sit down and
no, but I accepted that. But the thing is, it's just like I say, that back down memory lane crap. It was just so many things. It was so many constant reminders. When I tell you we connected, I connected. Now I can say I connected to him just on such a deep level till, because he wasn't connected like that, because he was able to move on. So he wasn't. So it was just one prong in the socket, and that was my.
I was in a relationship I never got over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what happened? We want to hear. So you're still not over it till today?
To this day.
Wow, wait a minute. Let's put you on a seat. So how do you deal with it?
I'm logical about it. It's over. I understand that, but it doesn't mean that I'm over it.
So if she said she wanted to come back, don't answer that. Don't answer that, because the silence right there is you know what? Exactly.
Right. So do y'all have an ex that y'all would take back?
Wait. I got a few exes. So
I don't have anybody serious that I would
relationships that were exes. No, I have no serious relationship exes that I would take back. Now, there's one ex.
Now I got a possibility that if he get his man right, then call me. But I don't have any exes that I would. I don't have any exes that I would take back. Like I say, once, because my thing is, now the thing about me is, it take me a minute to get to that finish line, but once I'm at that finish line, I'm done. Like, I am so DONE, well done. I'm so done. And the way I know that I'm done is because I'm no longer mad. I'm no longer, feeling any of the negative stuff. And that's kind of how you can tell if you've gotten over a situation, because it's like, if certain things still bother you about the relationship or about that person, you still not there. Yeah. You not really over it.
It's so funny, because I have one ex where to this day I have never seen him with another female. Ever. I've never like boys. No, he don't like boys. I have never, seriously, I've never heard anything about him being like, and of course we know he does whatever, but I've never heard anything else. And it's crazy, because whenever we hang out or whenever we're around each other, people who know us, they just assume that we are still together just because we just have really good chemistry. So it's really funny, but like, what?
Somebody said, remember sex with your ex on Thursday is not cheating, it's throwback.
I came with you, Monica. I'm not with
But
you
you know
today,
what?
Monica.
Here's the thing too: is just because
Gotta
it's
respect
over for you, don't mean it's over for them. Because I mean, we all, as y'all can see, I'm the one that's sitting up here going on 2 years, and can't get my mind right. He 3 days, you a couple of hours, you a couple of months, and it's so everybody processes things different.
But I'm ignorant. If it's a serious relationship, it's gonna take me about 6. If it's a serious where I love you, I know we've already committed that we love each other, and it's not, I've thrown a love word out there just to get me a little piece because I was tired of it, and make you feel special. I've done the dude role. I'm sorry, I've done the dude role where the dude say, Edra, I love you. I'm thinking to myself, how the heck you love me? Okay, let's play this role. Love you too. You gonna say, yep, I love you. I just want this night to be over with. That's about all I really want, But for me, if I love you,
was
it's
sex
gonna
good?
No.
It usually isn't. So anytime a guy, ladies,
So
I don't know if you've
in
ever
love
been
sex
single.
is no good.
The in-love
it's
sex
not
was
in-love,
great,
it's
but
the-
when you use that love word sex, that was horrible.
Because a lot of guys think that women just want to hear "I love you." No, we don't.
We want
No, we don't.
we want you to say, babe, I'm about to tear your back up. Yes.
Okay, I want to
that.
hear "I love you," but don't say it
love
if
you,
you
Jay.
don't mean it.
I love
okay?
No, you know what? Don't tell me you love
Don't
me.
tell me. Don't
if
say it.
anything, we're gonna say I'm in love with you, and that's different. I could care less about you loving me.
Exactly. I love me too.
Actually, I don't even have a dog, but
I
I
love
got a
these-
really cute pair of Jessica Simpsons. I love those shoes. They're the cutest shoes I've ever seen.
I
got a
love
Fossil
French
watch,
vanilla
actually.
coffee. Oh, jeez.
You know what? I'm saying.
see, yeah,
I love my double shot of espresso.
With the with the guys and stuff,
I
it
love
has to
you.
be. If I'm really in love with you and I've hurt that bad that we have broken up, whatever, then it is going to take me a minute. I'm going to go out. I'm going to get my mind off of things. I'm not going to, it won't bother me to look through our pictures, but what I do, I delete text messages. Now I will do that. I will delete every message.
Everything
I will
has
delete
to go.
pictures.
Everything has
But I
to
will
go.
delete every message. I have an ex that he sung me some songs and I keep those because he has a beautiful voice, whatever. But the messages and I love you, no, delete all that stuff.
I delete them. I'm so extra petty about the entire situation because when I'm done, I'm done. I will block your phone number.
I block
delete
you.
your name so I can't
I
find
block
you
you and
that
delete
I
you on
blocked
Facebook,
you.
on social media.
I block your name and your phone number. Then I delete the name and put it under DNA so I don't even know who you are. Then I will erase all the call history and the text messages
so you don't
and
have
IM Messenger.
So you can't
then I will back my phone up so I don't even have a
now. See now, surprisingly, you all, I don't even do that. I don't block.
That's no problem.
I don't block because I don't block. I mean, I don't block. I would unfriend, but I'm not blocking. I'm not blocking phone. I would take your name. I would delete your number out of my phone, but I'm not blocking you on Facebook because I'm not checking for you on social media and any of that other stuff. And I sit there and I just do my mind like this and try to delete all the files, and I'm like,
I don't block on
delete
social media.
everything. So
I unfollow women who I've dated before that started new relationships. I unfollow them.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
But
I will block. Don't worry. When you know that you cannot find me on Facebook or that thing that comes up and says content unavailable because I have blocked you. That moment I go ahead and delete everything. I block you and then I send you straight to the block list on my phone, and I'm okay.
I will block you from my phone, but I won't block you from Facebook. And the reason I don't is because, again, I am extra petty. You're gonna call me at some point in time, and you're gonna go straight to voicemail, and then you're going to inbox me.
Then that inbox
block, and I'm gonna be like, yup.
See, my block is you're blocked out of my heart and you're blocked out of my mind. So therefore, I'm done. You're blocked out of those two places.
No, I'm asking, do you know if someone you blocked tried to contact you?
Yes.
No, not well.
I
It depends
do.
on blocked how. You mean on your phone?
I don't know. I've never blocked
On the
anybody.
phone, no, you don't know. But on
on your messenger, when you block them in Facebook, no, because they can't even send you a message in Messenger and stuff. All that is blocked. But they can try to reach you through your Instagram. Once I get that message, I'm gonna block you again on Instagram. But then on my phone, I'll keep your number saved and I'll nickname it whatever. Idiot. I've done it on what's that one that you can talk in facing with oh my God, it's an app or whatever.
WhatsApp or something?
No, it's oh my God, it's in my phone. But Marco Polo, I have a big X on your face. And then I've changed your name around on there, so I know you're blocked. You can't send me anything. And I may go back and look at the old videos. You a good
nickname. I'm gonna put you under DNA. Under D, you know, that's where all the telemarketers go. All the people who had your phone number before. It's a whole list. It's like 50 of them. I can't even add it to the merge thing on Gmail because there's too many numbers to merge at one time. So you just put them under the DNA contact, so you don't even know who it is.
Now Tavia on Facebook is saying deleting messages are an absolute must.
Yes, Tavia.
So now
what happened to your free spirit? Where's your free spirit at, Tavia?
She's like, it blinged out. It blinged out.
So now who typically enters into rebound relationships, men or women?
Men.
Women.
What about you, Alvin? What do you say?
I would think more so men. But women do too.
Women do it knowingly, men do it unknowingly.
The relationship that I never got over, we entered into an exchange that was supposed to be just for play.
Now, according to an online source, men are more likely than women to enter into rebound relationships because women, we still care. We still going through the caring phase. But and men want the Band-Aid, like they want to forget and act like the breakup.
But if a dude, so if you got dumped and and another dude came up like right behind you, you wouldn't go into that next one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I do.
No, because you talking to somebody it takes about 2 years to get over. So I mean, I'm still emotionally distraught from the first time. So I'm still trying to talk myself down mentally from reverting back to the days when I was throwing stuff in cars and bending in bushes and all that. So I got all those kind of things that I have to fight with to just stay on the redeemed path. So no, I don't have time
that I actually had
focus on all that other stuff.
I didn't date anybody at all after for a while.
You serious?
I'm serious because here's my thing. One,
you can't curse.
Well, I tell you, for me, now I didn't say I didn't get none. I said
I don't even want to be bothered.
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, again, we all have somebody we can call. I just texted and I was like, hey, I'm on my way. So I went handle what I needed to handle. And that was it. Like, I didn't even, and then I blocked him after that too, because he wasn't doing what I needed.
Why don't y'all get, you guys, that kills me. You get upset that, women use you just for sex, but men use women for sex.
Whoa, hold on.
Alvin, like, wait a minute.
The views expressed by Simply E are views solely of her own.
No, it's not. I'm gonna need y'all to get over your little ego.
Jaye Spot
Sometimes you ain't good for nothing else, so I
Lake.
need you to just do
because
your
what men don't realize is women can do the same thing that you all can do. Period. I've done it too many times to dudes, and then they'll look at me like, does she just treat me like a chick? And yeah, I did. I just wanted to screw. It is what it is. Thank you so much. And I have to go home now.
So now, are there any pros to being in a rebound relationship?
Hold on.
Yeah. I'll show you one. I'll show you one.
Hold on.
Yes, we're good friends to this day. I told you, me and my ex, that he picked up the rebound. Well, I was, he came and got me after he just literally seen me get dumped. I was like, so broke up. He was like, oh, for real? Bet. And so like to this day, and that's now almost 20 years, we're still great friends.
Alvin, what was you gonna say? Because I know, they'll cut us up if we don't let you say what she was gonna say. They'll come at us. What was you? Don't tell me you forgot what you was about to say.
I'm only familiar with certain types of men. And so with a lot of times when I hear women talk about what they did to men, my first question is the woman so self-involved that she thinks that that's what actually happened?
No.
If she thinks that's what his perception is, or is there guys actually out here broken up and distraught because you used them for sex?
I have a guy. Real talk. I have a guy. He's like the first person that ever blocked me on Facebook. I can't make this up. This fool told me I will not have sex with you again unless we're in a relationship.
Wow. Wait, Facebook. So do men get emotionally distraught if women are just using? Well, you know what? I would have to say yes, because there's a guy in the group and he vocally expresses how
they're a couple.
He vocally expresses, you know, how women have wronged, you know, how women wrong men. I'm gonna go.
It is Mr. Peterson.
I'm not saying that. And so he was.
There's another one. There's a couple now. There are a couple
yeah.
Enjoying grown and sexy because we gonna see this crap.
Right. So and it's like we're tired of women just wanting us for our bodies, and now this is actual written conversation on social media.
We tired of men wanting us for our bodies. So
and matter of fact, it was just put out there in one of the posts a couple of days ago. That's one of the hot topics for the week. So let me tell you, you all those topics, those conversations, and those comments be off the chain. Let me tell you, if you ever need something to do, read those comments, honey. I'm telling you, those
send
comments
a request to join Grown and Sexy
have.
Conversations with Jaye.
Oh my God, will have you crazy. But so some men, they do feel like that. So Alvin, you seem to know the cream of them fellas. You know the hitters.
Hook me up with some of his friends because apparently your friends grown and the people that I know ain't.
but so are there any pros? You said that there are pros to being in a rebound relationship. What about you, Precious? Are there any pros to being in a rebound relationship? Okay, Alvin, what about you? Are there any pros to being in a rebound relationship? Any reason why you want to snag somebody up?
It might actually help you process moving beyond the last relationship.
Okay. According to an online source, here are a few pros to being in a rebound relationship. It's fun.
Yes.
They say the best way, and I don't know who. Maybe you said
over someone is get under someone.
That's what they say.
It is. That's kind of true.
And then it makes the transition easier. You have someone new to kind of take your mind off the ex, even if it's only for a moment, and you don't want to be alone during that time. So you kind of, have somebody there. Now, are there any cons to being in a rebound relationship?
You're gonna be comparison. That's the con. You're gonna constantly be comparing this new piece to that old one because you haven't gotten over that old piece yet.
They're gonna get in their feelings, and then you're gonna be like, hey, whoa, I just got up out of something, I ain't trying to be in nothing else. And they're gonna be like, but that's my version of the J voice. They're gonna be like, I love you, and you be like, you know what, this ain't gonna make it.
They'll pull it all the time.
All the time.
What about you, Alvin? Are the cons to being in a rebound relationship?
Having to use condoms.
That's one of them. That's one of them.
Oh, gee. Oh, my God. Well, the attraction is temporary. He or she is hot for the moment, but now you're completely over him. So just as quick as you was attracted to him, that's as quick as you done with him. Like, okay, are you still here? And they just now starting to get in. See, yeah, that's a whole different.
I've done that one. Oh my God. And that was the year of the online dating scandals. And I was just like, I would send my friends pictures of me and the guy like, y'all, what else? They'd be like, oh, Edra, y'all look cute together. And then they'd be like, oh, I ain't feeling, what happened to do? Oh, I just want to feel him no more. I'm okay. I got this new guy. I'm not feeling him no more. I'm not doing it no more.
So how do you know you are in a rebound relationship? For those that don't, how do you know? Because sometimes, that person that's the rebound person, you really don't know.
I didn't know.
And then the person that just got out the relationship, they may not realize or even want to accept that they are in a rebound. So in your opinion, what's a sign that
they might
are in a rebound relationship?
They might not even know what a rebound relationship is. They just want to move on to relationship to relationship. So if you ask that person, like the little young dingbat that I had, sat and had a coffee with and said that he had sex 2 weeks prior, I would have been his rebound. If I would have, and he, was in a relationship or whatever, I would have been his rebound if I decided to entertain the goofiness.
He's 28. You wouldn't have been a rebound.
That was just to have sex with another person.
I don't know. I wasn't doing it with him.
Until you get over.
No, not necessarily about that, but just okay. Because people have breakup sex sometimes,
right?
And then all right, we're gonna call this an end. We're not gonna see each other again.
Because it's like you're not even sure if you even broke up. Y'all could just be technically on a break, so you really don't.
We on a break.
There ain't no such thing as a break.
No,
I'm gonna take a break.
When a woman feels it's over, it's over. It's a wrap at that point. And so I'm just wondering, I guess for a woman, how long is enough time before you have sex again?
Well,
and I guess that, unless you like Precious and have one in your pocket.
Right. I mean, for me personally, I can't even think about it until I'm over the relationship. So I'm like, because for me, until I accept it and I get over it, like I say, I'm no good to anybody. I'm literally not any good. I need to get my mind right. I don't need, because I'm gonna still be comparing you. I'm one of those people that see, and I know myself. That's why I stay in my lane. I'm not built like a list. I can't move around and just, okay, well, I was with you, loving on you. Now we ain't together. So now to get over you, I'm gonna have to, get over here with this person. No, I got to go back. So now I'm gonna have to dissect this whole relationship and figure out, how did it take me 2 years to, was this always the case? Did you always feel like
you
this?
drive yourself crazy, though.
But I have to. That's
There's no time limit. You don't have, for me anyway. I don't call in the pitch hitter until my vibrator stops working. So I'm serious. Like, I don't like after I break up with somebody.
Ladies, how many of you have pinch hitters in the dugout?
I do. It's called insurance. I call them insurance pieces. I do.
You don't count.
If you have life insurance, and you got car insurance, you should have some ding-a-ling or coochie insurance. I'm a firm believer in that. You should have a cuddle insurance. You should have all of this. These are insurance
I do have that. I do have that.
When your one cuddle partner don't want to act right, I got a cuddle insurance policy, sweetheart. Right. I keep a couple of these policies out there so that way, listen, sweetie, I need to cuddle.
Or they don't want to abide by the cuddling rules. The cuddling rules.
Your winky want to start to knock it.
Right. You cannot come knocking on the door.
That wasn't God. That was me telling you it's time to go,
bro. Next week, remind me to tell you guys about the massage event that I did over the weekend.
Yeah, we gonna discuss it. Yes. We ain't doing no listen. You supposed to use your hands and not your mouth, brother. Okay.
Well, according to an online source, here are a few signs that you could be in a rebound relationship. You sense a lingering bitterness over their ex. They still mad. They just still cannot seem to let it go.
I just thought of somebody else in the
group. Now, if you're in a relationship like this, let me tell you, run, Forrest, run, and keep running. Okay, the next one, they seem really into making their exes jealous. Okay, so now they on social media and all these extra pictures and all these ridiculous posts and poses. You're doing too much.
I don't care how cute we look together. If you take a picture and post it, we break it up.
I can deal with taking a picture and posting it. But
how many women are breaking up if a picture is posted?
The pictures that, okay, like he got his hand all over your butt. Hey, wait a minute. Listen, come on now. You already know we doing too much. And then you putting it on social media.
That's forever.
That little dumb we's blended. Yeah, y'all broke up now. Ain't you?
Right. I'm not. The next one, they're still fixated on their ex. Every other word is something being said about their ex. My favorite coffee is French vanilla and cream, and I like it extra large and black. And Rick always used to tell me, wait a minute, what do Rick got to do with your French vanilla coffee?
Because Rick got that
Every time you talking about, something, they ex name come up in something. Oh, that is a pretty purple. Yeah. Rochelle used to love purple. Shut up. Get your mind right. You're a rebound.
They won't say the ex's name. I don't know if you're going to get to that one. If they refuse to say that person's name,
like I can't
they are
submit.
bitter and they need to go back to them. We're going to say that.
I can't say it. And their interest in you suddenly changes, or it runs hot and cold. They just wishy-washy. 1 minute they into you, next minute you can't even get them to answer your phone call or text you back or anything like that. So, and then you just know in your gut, like something just feel like this is just something ain't right. If something in the air don't feel right, it ain't right.
Listen to your gut. Don't sit up there and tell, you got these two little pieces on your shoulder and one's like, no, that's just in your mind. No, it's not. Your gut is telling you he is out here tricking around.
But you know what? How do people get caught up in rebound relationships? How do you get, not the ones that's looking for the rebound, but the ones.
What's the downside to the rebound relationship, though?
Well, that depends.
Because you getting used, like you, and they not really.
Well, here's the thing. So again, for me, it's like y'all know this. I don't do these little short term, let's play type things. Like if I'm dating you for a purpose. If you're rebounding, say, hey, I'm just looking for a rebound right now. I'm gonna say, hey, cool, go handle that. Mm-hmm. Versus. And that's a waste of my time. If you just got out of something and you're still bitter, we can't do nothing else because you're bitter and you need to go pull your panties out your butt and put on some grown man drawers.
Yes.
Like, I can't do
Pull them
that.
thongs out.
Take the thongs off. Better go commando and let it swing. So,
get my heels back. Get my heels back.
Take your mama panties off. I don't know what you need to do, but leaving me alone is a part of it.
That's what it is. Rebounds don't really bother me too much, because I like, being in a relationship with people. I do. I like being in a relationship. I like being with someone. But at the same time, I have my point where I don't want to be bothered. And when I have my moments where I don't want to be bothered, don't call me, please. Don't text me. Don't call me. I'm okay. Me and my nice bed and my pillows and Netflix is good to go.
And see, and I think that's the thing that needs to be discussed up front. Like, to know, listen, okay, I just got out of something. Because me personally, now where I am, that's the key. I'm gone. Because I don't have time to be getting my feelings hurt, because I know I'm a person that I may start feeling for you, but you still, I'm still cool with you, but I'm there for you. And it's like, I'm seeing your gratitude for me being there for you as you starting to feel me in a relationship type sense. And you're really not. You're just grateful that you have someone to be there. So now I'm up here on cloud 9. And when you get over that breakup period, now I'm out here for a free fall. Now I'm all stuck on you. Now I need a rebound.
But you know what? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, Sherry Temple said, so is it a rebound if it isn't somebody new?
Yes.
Sherry, it's still a rebound.
Yeah, because all that is like
ex is still
your insurance piece is trying to play with you. That's a rebound.
But the thing for me, what I was gonna say is, even when somebody, you get over somebody or whatever, if you break up with whoever, or if we're friends, or if we go into something and you say, oh, I'm just getting out of something, you're friend zoned. Save yourself the time and your attention and your little feelings. Friend zone them. We can be cool. I can respect you. You can call me. We can talk, and you can cry all you want to. But what we not gonna do is you ain't finna taste this monkey,
right? But now, if you like that person, I wouldn't even recommend friend zoning them, because if you can't, because let's be honest, it's just sometimes that it's you go into it with an intention on being friends. But they crying on your shoulder. They there.
I'm going a little further, to let you know that you have been friend zoned, and I may like you, but I know that ain't nothing gonna shake. Whatever, you may like me, whatever. But I'm gonna just say, you like a brother to me. I'm a brother.
Well, if you are in a rebound relationship, or you are the rebound person, definitely just make sure you know what you're getting into. But for those that are freshly out of rebound, sometimes it's just good to do what I like to say, take some me time, just reflect on yourself, and just get your emotions together, and just get it together. But you all, I want to thank you so much for joining us. You have been listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time, on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. Good night, you all.
Good night.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Grown and Sexy. Thank you. Thank you, all my therapists I used to work with. Love you, Sherry and Trisha.
For hitting
my girls.
On IntellectualRadio.com.